Velocity is multiple pathways of interpretation astrologically. One way that I mess up, one flaw in my technique that I've noticed is that sometimes I can rely too much on a definite path or a definite answer, if that makes sense, right? And it's like you can't necessarily be too linear in your thinking with the interpretation. You feel me? Sometimes it's good to do that. Sometimes it's not. You feel me? You want to kind of mix it up, and cause like for instance, right? It's multiple ways that you can go about reaching the same destination. There's multiple routes that you can take, and the more routes that you can take, it can give you you start to broaden your perspective as to how to get to this destination, right? Knowing 4 to 5 ways to get to a particular place versus knowing one way. What happens if it's something wrong with that one way? What happens if it's the channel is blocked somehow? What happens if the way is full of obstacle or muddy or whatever the fuck, right? If you can't take that way, this cripples your ability to arrive to the proper interpretation or destination, right? So this is why it's good to know multiple ways to be able to cross-reference, and you feel me, learning in multiple ways, it can even sharpen, refine, and broaden your perspective of this particular destination altogether. And to bring it to astrology, it's like, you feel me, because I was doing the fifth law interpretations in the previous video, and I was realized, like, yeah, you can see the fifth law through the father. You can also see the fifth. You can also see the father through the sun. Also see the father through Jupiter, even Saturn, right? It's multiple ways to garner the nature of this character within your life. You know what I'm saying? You can even see it from the sign of Leo. You feel me? And it can get even more complex, right? But at the same time, me saying this, there are multiple pathways. You don't want to kill yourself or break your fucking neck trying to learn every way either, right? You just need a couple definite ways, or you just need a solid, stable, and a reliable way to the interpretation. I'm not a fan of learning all the different divisional charts, and you feel me, learning every degree of every nakshatra and every particular system of interpretation. You feel me, Vedic, Hellenistic, Draconic. You know what I'm saying? You could do that if you want to, if that's your interest. By all means, do it. But it's like it's not really adding depth. You feel me? Or it's not really adding weight to your interpretation if you just learning a bunch of different ways to do the same shit. You feel me? Like, just because you know I Ching, or you feel me, you tarot, or you feel me, you whatever the fuck. If you learn all these different systems of divination, Ifa, young pharaohism, whatever, you feel me? Just because you know all these different things, it's not going to necessarily broaden or add depth to your comprehension of knowledge. So, and I know that's a complete contradiction to what I just said previously, because yes, learning the different systems, it can give you a bit more sharpness and a bit more clarity in your intellect, in your discernment, right? But at the same time, if you just learning a bunch of different shit to learn it, it's like it's not off top gonna make you that much better of a astrologer or whatever the fuck you are.